A young girl in Mumbai hit national headlines today when she said that she was denied the right to live in a colony because the society owners didn't want a young Muslim girl to be living amid them. So this morning at the edit meeting, the India Today group commissioned our reporter Vidya to travel across Mumbai to see whether or not societies and brokers were discriminating against people on the basis of religion. This is a India Today group exclusive.
A Muslim woman denied a flat in Mumbai, preventing from moving into a flat on the grounds of religion. As the outrage intensifies, India Today correspondent Vidya set out to show you the ground reality. A reality confirmed. Her first stop, the Borivali area of Mumbai, posing as a Muslim seeking a flat.
बेटा मैं अगेंस्ट हो एंटी मुस्लिम हो ऐसी बात नहीं है। यहाँ जो चल रहा है वो बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ बेटा।
मतलब क्या क्या बोल रहे हैं?
यहाँ सोसाइटी अलाउड नहीं करती, मुस्लिम नाम सुन के अलाउड नहीं करती।
आज के दौर में ऐसा क्या
नहीं मगर नहीं, आप किसी को मुझे नहीं, कोई भी एजेंट को पूछ, आप यहाँ बैठो, आप पूछ के आ जाइए फिर बताइए। एक लोगों के इम्प्रेशन में अलग सी एक हो गई है, इमेज बन गई है।
तो सारे मुस्लिम थोड़े ना एक जैसे।
आपके पास दूसरा कोई है जो जहाँ पे मतलब इसको फ्लैट दे सकते हैं
आप मुझे कहाँ पे दिला सकते हैं?
क्योंकि आप आईसी कॉलोनी वगैरह उधर जो कैथलिक एरिया है वहाँ हिंदू वगैरह वेल टू डू एरिया रहेगा आईसी कॉलोनी,
मतलब मिक्स वाला।
Then another man enters the room. Both declare a Muslim can't get a house here.
अभी देखो यहाँ एक नया बिल्डिंग फिलजोई करके बना है, मुस्लिम ने परचेज किया है, सोसाइटी अभी भी ट्रांसफर नहीं कर रही है। मुस्लिम ने फ्लैट परचेज किया है, सोसाइटी में ट्रांसफर होकर मेंबर बन रहा है तो ट्रांसफर नहीं हो रहा।
The agent finally refuses to give our correspondent a house. The team then moves to another agent. The second agent also suggests we look elsewhere, but not before some straight advice.
वो जैन जैसा है, वो लोग नहीं देते हैं। अरे वो कांदा लहसुन खाने वाले को भी नहीं देते यार, तो मुस्लिम तो बहुत दूर की बात है। अरे ऑनियन गार्लिक का खाने का प्रॉब्लम है उनको मारेगी। घर में आप नॉनवेज बनाओगे तो पहली बात नहीं, अच्छा आप नॉनवेज नहीं भी खाओगे तो भी दिक्कत होती है कि नॉनवेज खाता होगा। आप महाराष्ट्र को भी ये बनवा देगा, महाराष्ट्र में ब्रेड नहीं मिलता है।
This is the advice that we received from almost all the agents we visited.
अब मुस्लिम में बड़ी मुश्किल है सर यहाँ पे मिलना, सॉरी आपको, क्योंकि यहाँ पे सारा एरिया पूरा गुजराती क्राउड एरिया है यहाँ पे।
मुस्लिम के अलाउड नहीं है?
नहीं, यहाँ पे अलाउड नहीं है, तो भी मेरे को एक्सर में चेक करना पड़ेगा सर।
Now we decided to look for a bungalow in Gorai area of Mumbai, but almost predictably we returned disappointed.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ गोराई साइड में ना मुस्लिम एंट्री मतलब अलाउ ही नहीं कर रहा सोसाइटी। क्यों पता नहीं, इधर आकर रुकेंगे, जो भी अगर खरीदने पे होगा या रेंटल पे बना तो कोई स्टूडेंट एक्सेप्ट करता है, थोड़ा कोई स्टूडेंट पूछ के पता नहीं।
Now the other side of the story. If a Hindu can really get a house in Muslim dominated areas. To know the truth, we visited Nagpara and Jogeshwari West areas of Mumbai.
एक फ्लैट पड़ा है मेरे पास, ये 23 फाइनल है, तो उसको पूछना पड़ेगा नॉन मुस्लिम को देगा कि
किसको
ओनर को पूछना पड़ेगा नॉन मुस्लिम को देगा कि नहीं,
मतलब पूछना है
फाइनल
घर देखने में अगर अच्छा रहेगा।
नहीं, बट इसमें ऐसा है क्या नॉन मुस्लिम को देता है ऐसा भी?
ऐसा कुछ है नहीं, लेकिन जोगेश्वरी में मेजोरिटी लोग मुस्लिम प्रेफर करते हैं। ओनर जो है ना वो मुस्लिम है, तो लोग चाहते हैं कि मुस्लिम लोग को ही देगा।
ओके।
The agent then rang the owner, who declined to offer the house to a Hindu.
आजकल क्या है, सोसाइटी बिल्ड हो रही है, फ्रैंकली सोसाइटी ओनर से ज़्यादा सोसाइटी की चलती है, आपको तो पता रहेगा। तो सोसाइटी के नखरे ज़्यादा रहते हैं, भाई बैचलर्स के मतलब नॉन मुस्लिम के मतलब।
We almost get the same response from all agents. Some even suggested that we try and visit a Hindu-dominated Jogeshwari East area.
एक्चुअली क्या होता है कि जैसे फेस्टिवल्स रहते हैं ना, इसमें आप अपने आप को अकेला पाओगे, इसलिए ये क्या है।
पहले मतलब लॉज हो।
We also went to Mumbai's old areas like Dongri and Nagpara. But the situation was no different.
Every Indian has a right to buy or rent a place of choice according to his or her means. Even Section 23 of the Maharashtra Societies Act states that no society can prevent a person from buying or renting a place of choice. However, in spite of these regulations being in place, there are many instances of violations and the government has done little to contain them. With cameraman Nitin Varne and Bahadur Khan in Mumbai, Vidya for India Today.
I want to go across live to Goregaon tonight. Joining me from there is my colleague Vidya. She's been crisscrossing Mumbai to look at how endemic this problem really is. And joining us also on the newsroom this evening is our Western India Bureau Chief Sahil Joshi. He's just back from a scholarship. Vidya, to you first. You know, what we started out with is the notion that Muslims were being denied houses in predominantly Hindu colonies. What your report suggests is that the malaise is actually much deeper. Even if a Hindu tries to go to a Muslim colony or a predominantly Muslim colony, he doesn't have a chance of getting accommodation either. So we're seeing the religious communal ghettoization of colonies in Mumbai now.
Well, Rahul, it doesn't just curtail itself to Hindus and Muslims. There are a lot of other communities, especially Parsis, say for example. There are a lot of bags where these people stay. But if you go as a Hindu or a Muslim or even probably a Christian who wants to buy a house in a Parsi area, you cannot buy it because it is controlled by their own people. You cannot buy it there. This thing exactly extends to other communities as well. Apart from Parsis, Christians, and Hindus and Muslims, they have formed their own ghettos, and in those ghettos it's difficult to get through for another community to get a house there.
Sahil, what does the law say? Now surely you can't be denied houses by brokers and builders and people living in that society. Is there a provision which allows people who are being discriminated against to go out and complain to the cops?
Now, earlier the Cooperative Society Act allowed such community-based or religion-based societies, but now the Cooperative Society Act Section 23 clearly mentions that the membership of the society has to be open and it cannot be discriminated on the basis of religion or the community or any other way. But despite that, this is happening. Now, secondly, there is definitely a provision under IPC under 152B and C. Police can definitely take action for discriminating for under caste, religion or community basis, but it is not used properly. So various committees, especially Amitabh Kundu Committee, then Wahhabuddin Committee by Maharashtra government had suggested that there has to be an anti-discrimination law, a strong anti-discrimination law to prevent such kind of discriminations within the societies. But despite that, it is still happening. And now it totally depends on the government and the political parties, because I have been living in Mumbai since last 30 years. Mumbai was truly cosmopolitan city. There used to be cosmopolitan societies as well, but especially after 92 riots, things changed drastically. The ghettoism started after 92 riots, and the mistrust within the communities, mistrust within the religious communities is still growing. And so here the political parties play important role, and if they can control it, they can curtail it. That is the only solution right now.
There must be an anti-discrimination act, and in case you missed it, I want to put out now for you the story of Misbah Qadri, a brave young Muslim girl who actually came out and complained against the discrimination, because the moment her story hit the national airwaves, people started saying, yeah, this is very common, it happened with me as well, and we had several SMSs, emails, tweets coming in about how this had been happening to others, but she had the courage to stand up and speak out. This is Misbah Qadri's story.
Last week, MBA graduate Zishan Khan was denied a job by a Mumbai firm because of his religion. In another case of communal profiling, Misbah Qadri today alleged that she was denied a house in the same city for being a Muslim.
सांगवी हाइट्स जो बिल्डिंग है वहाँ पर मैं रहने गई थी. वहाँ पर मुझे निकाल दिया. 2-3 दिन मैं रहने आई. एक ही वीक के अंदर बोला कि आप निकल जाओ, क्योंकि सांगवी हाइट्स मुस्लिम टेनेंट्स को अलाउ नहीं करते रहने के लिए.
Misbah claims that she had rented a 3-bedroom apartment in Wadala's Sanghvi Heights, but a day before she was to shift, the broker told her that the housing society did not accept Muslim tenants. Desperate for a roof above her head, Misbah moved in nonetheless, but was asked to vacate the apartment a week later.
उन्होंने कहा आप मुझे एक एनओसी दो जिसमें ये लिखा होगा कि आपको अगर कोई भी तरह का हैरासमेंट, कोई भी तरह का मुश्किल फेस होता है मुस्लिम होने की वजह से बिल्डिंग से, तो ओनर, बिल्डर और ब्रोकर कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं रहेगा.
Having been through the same ordeal, Zishan Khan came out in Misbah's support.
Such incidents don't just happen with Muslims, they also happen with Hindus. I would only like to tell people that please don't discriminate people on the basis of religion.
I think that immediate penal action must be taken against the builder and the broker for this discriminatory practice.
The outrage led to Maharashtra Minorities Commission stepping in to help Misbah Qadri. Sangvi Heights supervisor denied any discrimination.
नहीं वो 1.5 महीने से बिना एनओसी के हिसाब से वो वहाँ पे रह रही है और कुछ उनके डिस्प्यूट हुआ, कुछ झगड़ा हुआ, उनके कुछ फ्रेंड लोग थे, तो झगड़ा होने के बाद बातचीत कुछ बढ़ गई. बढ़ने के बाद ब्रोकर से कुछ बातचीत, ब्रोकर भी उसके नाम पे कुछ एनसी किया उसके नाम पे.
मुस्लिम लड़की के बारे में जो अभी बताया गया है कि उसको घर नहीं मिलने के लिए, ये सारी घटना के मालूमात हम लेंगे. अगर इसमें कोई दोषी पाया जाता है तो उसके ऊपर भी कार्रवाई होगी.
Misbah says she has been facing discrimination since 5 years that she has been in Mumbai. She has now approached the National Human Rights Commission. With Munish Pandey in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
I want to go across now live to Mumbai. Joining us from there is Misbah Qadri. She had a horrible experience when it came to trying to look for a flat in Mumbai. Now, Misbah, what really went wrong with the 3 BHK apartment that you found at Sangvi Heights in Wadala? Give our viewers a full sense of the kind of trauma that you had to go through.
Rahul, in the first week of April, I'd finalized a place in Sangvi Heights in Wadala, like you mentioned. On the evening of 5th of April, I received a call from the broker who said that I could not move into the flat. I was supposed to move in by 6th April morning. And he said I could not move in because Sangvi Heights, Sangvi builders don't allow Muslim tenants as of now in their society. So I should not move in. I was under the impression that he's probably trying to make some extra money because he'd informed me on such a short notice. And I told him that, this was an English-speaking, so to speak, a very civilized, sophisticated broker. And he's telling me right at the end moment that the society does not allow Muslim tenants. I found it completely outrageous. I was ready to go through with a police verification. I was ready to go, given my passport copies, my offer letter, everything. But he wanted me to sign an NOC which stated that if I were to face any kind of harassment from the society because of my religion, then the broker, the owner or the builder would not be held responsible. I was aware that that was not a legally binding document, but I was still not ready to sign such an NOC.
What did you do next? Why didn't you go to the cops? I had to
already start looking for another place. Eventually, because I had absolutely, Rahul, I live alone here. I'm an independent. I informed my office. A lot of friends tried to help me out, but there was nothing. He was not ready to give me an agreement. He was not ready to let me have my name. Probably it would be okay if my name did not appear in the agreement, but I wanted an agreement. I wanted a legal agreement that had my name, Misbah Qadri, in it. He would have been okay if I didn't demand an agreement. He would not have gone to this extent of, evicting me. But I wanted that agreement, so I didn't have an agreement, and I didn't know how to go about approaching the police. I didn't even approach the NHRC. A lot of friends on my behalf filed a petition. Mr. Poonawalla has tried to file a petition with the National Minorities Commission. So I'm ready to cooperate from whatever happens now.
So now we're hearing that the Maharashtra government is saying that they will ensure that justice is delivered to you. Do you have faith in Devendra Fadnavis and his government in Maharashtra?
Right. See, I have been facing this for the past 5 years. I have never contacted anybody for help. This is the first time that, my issue, something like this has come out in the open. I have friends who face similar issues, being Muslims. So, I don't know how far these politicians will go in putting their, in practicing what they have been preaching, what they have been advocating. I really hope that there is some kind of a policy change. There is a policy decision which brings a change in the brokers or builders in societies where they hesitate the next time they say that, they don't want a Muslim tenant or they don't want a Hindu tenant or anybody.
I think what you're saying is absolutely correct and very important. This is not the kind of humiliation that people should take lying down. You've become a cause celeb. You've raised this issue. You've come out all guns blazing into the public. You're putting the system, you're putting the government under pressure. We're all with you, Misbah, and I hope that you won't lose patience and you will fight this all the way through, because this is the kind of discrimination, the kind of apartheid that needs to end. Misbah, we salute you for what you're doing, and I hope that you can carry this on. For joining us on the newsroom this evening, thank you very much, Misbah Khadir.